Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Magnus and today we're going to upgrade the cluster. So the cluster is on R8030 and we want to just upgrade the jumbo hotfix so we have the newest take. But in this case the management server is an R81 and R81 has a new function allowing you to upgrade from the management station itself. More or less this is a function made from the Checkpoint central deployment tool, and if you want to check that out it's the SK111158. And this is something that it's a bit complicated to use, but if you have it, it's great. You can upgrade a lot of gateways and a lot of things at the same time, and it's fixing a lot of things for you. But in R81, Checkpoint has ported a lot of these functionalities to the management stations. You have a GUI where you can do it in. I don't know if you noticed, but I did change the resolution here a bit so we can more or less have more screen real estate so we can see everything that is going on. Same with the CPH probe stat, and I did a watch command so we can see what happens when it fails over and so on. So here we have the setup, we have the Checkpoint GUI, and we are in the gateways and service tab, and we can see our cluster here, and we can see that it's recommended to update to a new jumbo hotfix. We're running R81 on our management station. On the other side here, we have a watch command going on the cluster members so we can see when they fail over during the upgrade. And we can see here that we have ongoing ping to Google from the Windows machine, so we can see if we lose any ping or if we lose any traffic towards the internet when we're doing this upgrade. Because this client is going through the gateway to reach internet. So hopefully this will show you if this works at all. So how do you actually do this? Well, under gateways and servers, you have all your management station, your log servers, your clusters, your single gateways. Hopefully no single gateways, but still. Then you can do like this. If you right click on the cluster, under the action tab, there is an install hotfix jumbo. So if you click this one, and you see I did it on the cluster. So what this will do, if you have internet connectivity, it will search for the recommended jumbo so you can have it in a repository on your management station and download this file, and it can then upload it to the gateways and do the installation process. So you see here we have selected the install the recommended jumbo hotfix. Well, that's recommended from Checkpoint. If you want to put the specific one, well, then you need to specify which specific one you want to use. And packet location, automatic, gateway, or management. Well, let's see what it says here. If the package exists in the management server repository, it's delivered to the security gateway. Otherwise, the security gateway tries to download it from Checkpoint Cloud. So this is important because maybe your gateways doesn't have internet access and so on. It happens, especially when you're running VSX. Then it's the VS0 that do this sort of stuff. So, well. So this is not VSX, this is a normal HA cluster using 2 boxes. So active standby. But we want to use install the recommended hotfix. Let's size this up a bit, see if we're missing something. Well, we see a lot of... this is quite bad from Checkpoint actually. So let's do this full size. And we see here installation and verify. So let's go back. So if you don't see the installation button, well, you're not the only one, I guess. But here, let's do verify first. And verification is always good to make, and it's something that you should do because it will pick up some things if you, well, are out of disk or you're not supported to do this upgrade. Hopefully we're supported. This is actually the first time I tried, so this is new for me as well. I have seen it in a presentation, but it's always fun to test it yourself. And that's why we're having this lab, so we can test stuff out before we do it in the production. So the package is valid for install. Let's see. If we press details here. We didn't get anything. Here. Installation is allowed. When it comes to jumbo hotfixes or well, jumbos or HFAs, they are installed, they are not upgraded. So installation here is fine. So that's perfect. Let's see if we can go back to the same one. So right click on the cluster, action, install hotfix jumbo. You see it goes a lot faster here because it's already downloaded it. And you can see here that it's the size of 695 megabytes, and you can see the description and so on. And this is take 219. So let's do like this. Let's press install and see what happens. So maybe we should press details here and see what actually happens. I don't know if you get anything specifically, but let's see. So apparently it's downloading the packages. I'm guessing it's downloading from the management server, but maybe it's the cloud. I'm not sure. And we actually lost the ping here. That's I think this is a VMware bug, so to say. I don't know if I'm running very high CPU or... Let's see. How much CPU am I actually using? Well, I'm using a lot. So everything of this is in the same virtual machine. So the gateways, the management servers, everything is in the same. And you see here, it hasn't done any failover, so I just think this is the gateway is not prioritizing the ping. Let's hope so, at least. It shouldn't have made anything here. So let's wait. Should we wait with this? I mean, if it doesn't work correctly, it's a bit pointless to have the ping going on. I think I will cancel this one. Let's just check the active standby. So hopefully we will see that it's doing it in order. I'm expecting it to do the standby first. Let's see. So it's starting with the gateway 2 to extracting the bundle. So it's not doing the both of the members at the same time. So that's a positive note. And it's also starting with the member 2, and the member 2 is currently in standby. And now it's down, and you see here it's active still on this one. So more or less it has done a CP stop. I don't know if we can see something if we do like, I don't know, tail. Can we see something here? I don't know if we can see something. It's still responding at least. So we are in, currently we are in active lost, so it doesn't see its partner. And do we see it here? We see Ethernet is down, meaning we haven't received any cluster control traffic, so that is to be expected. I don't know if we see anything in top. Yeah, we see gzip, so that means that it's unpacking something for the installation, probably. I don't know if we can log into the gateway. So let's see. If we do 192 and we're going to the Gaia portal. Do we see anything here? Is it starting CPUs maybe? Do we crash something? So it's not listed here. No, this is gateway 1, sorry. So here we see that it's downloaded. Do we see that it has made a snapshot? No. Take gateway 2. Let's see if we can see it in the in the GUI itself. So this is the one that it's currently installing on. So let's see if we see the same. Yeah, we see the same here. Nice. I would actually like Checkpoint to include this part, which part it's actually doing, because I mean, it doesn't show anything more. So I mean, this shows this is showing more because it's showing which part of the gateway is being installed. So you see here it's patching 10%. So this part is showing a bit more than this tool. Does it matter? Maybe not. But it's nice to see that it's actually using CPUs. So I'm guessing it's sending API calls. I'm not sure. Is this something that you would use in your own environment? Maybe give it a few hotfixes before doing it in full production. But I mean, in a lab, in a stage environment, maybe in a non-business critical environment, I think this should be perfect. And after a few jumbo hotfix, maybe Checkpoint will install everything by themselves. So we are out of a job. Well, actually, don't see it like this because there will always be guys needing to be planning, to be making documentation, to do the designs, etc., etc. So that Checkpoint is making the installation easier or patching easier is just a bonus because then we can focus on the real stuff. I mean, this is quite boring to just sit and wait for patching to happen. And the more automation you can make here, the better for you, and then you can focus on what you think is fun. So we see here that it's going performing backups. I don't know, you can see it here, but it's doing a lot of things. It's soon done. So I'm expecting it to reboot quite soon actually. So it's 83% done. And when this is done, I'm expecting it to fail over the traffic. And we are still on the active member, so it hasn't done any failover and so on. So you shouldn't have dropped any traffic. It shouldn't have happened anything. It's just a standby member that is doing some work. So in process is quite good. Last update time we see then when it started. So far 10 minutes. So let's see how long this process actually takes. So I'm guessing it's very soon done. Fixes some mobile access, replacing files, auto updater. Yeah, this is going to be installed, going to be rebooted very soon. Yeah, now. So let's see what happens. This is the interesting part. I don't know, should we try this one? I wouldn't trust this 100%. As I said, this is a virtual environment where I'm running everything on the same place, and I also record it, and it's more or less in 4K I record it. So let's see. So we're not losing anything, and it says rebooting here, waiting for the other members. That's great. So we haven't seen any failover yet. We are expecting to see a failover when this is up and running and it has synced the traffic. So let's see what happens. I guess that just came up because we see the going to reboot, initialize. Let's see what happens more. Waiting for other members. It's now standby. I'm expecting to see the failover more or less now. More or less it should start with gateway 1. Maybe there is some timer to, yeah, here. active down, and we see the failover. And we didn't see any production traffic loss with ping. I mean, it's not the most scientific program, but it's still something. So if we log into this one, this is now the active one. So if we do expert, we do watch cph probe stat, and we see that the local machine is the active one, it's down. So we can just check this as well, validating installation on gateway 1. This is interesting and actually quite good. You see the reason for state change, admin down. So it's doing a real admin down and not just a CP stop, and it actually have the P node as well. So now the HA model did stop and it's lost. So let's do like this. So it's doing its process. We shouldn't drop anything. That's perfect. So if we do like cp info y all, we also see that it's take 219 now. I don't know why they still have secure platform. This has never been secure platform on this one. But we see that the jumbo hotfix is 219, so it's doing what it's supposed to do. So the failover was caused by admin down. Perfect. That's just how you should do it. I wouldn't expect anything else from Checkpoint when they're doing a tool like this. I'm quite impressed of this actually. It's going really well and it's doing exactly what I'm expecting it to do. And I like that you can actually see it in the web UI. I think that Checkpoint should work a bit on here to add some more information on what it's actually doing. So far so good. Let me just check. Did it do any like backups? So let's go back to number, I think this is case for number 2, the current active one. So if we go in and check under snapshots, did it make any snapshot to be able to roll back, or do you still need to do that yourself? So snapshot management. No, we don't have any backups. Apparently Checkpoint is very confident in succeeding with this. I need to read up if this is supposed to do a backup. Maybe it's only do a backup when you're doing a major upgrade. And we're actually going to test that in the next video as well. So we're going to upgrade to R8040 on this cluster just to see how this works. And we're also going to upgrade to R81 when times come. So it has 15 of 24 steps, but what are those 24 steps? I would like Checkpoint to specify these 24 steps so you can actually see which steps it's going through, like in an order, and not just when they come. So now it's installing on the active member, or like the old active member. So the member 1 is now going to reboot, and then I'm guessing when it comes back up, it will go to standby. I'm not sure if it will fail over again. I actually don't expect it to do if you don't have that settings. Normally I have maintain active member because I don't want failovers when something returns. I just want one failover when you're doing an upgrade. And that means that not gateway 1 will not always be the active member all the time. Maybe you want to have gateway 1 as active member all the time because you have majority of your workloads in the data center number 1 where it's closer physical geolocation and so on. If you have like your cluster split on 2 different data centers. And I also wonder if we get some, I don't know, some nice upgrade report when we finished. I'm not sure. Let's see. That's something that it would be nice to see if Checkpoint added like self-tests and so on, and you get a nice report that you can send to your management. More or less fixing more of my work, so I don't need to do it myself. Maybe it exists, I'm not sure. I haven't seen this before, so this is something new for me as well. So the gateway number 1 is coming back. It's init mode currently. And now it's... it actually did a failover. Let's check what our settings is. Because you see here, it's active standby. So gateway number 1 is back to active. Let's see what type of settings we actually have on this cluster. I don't remember. Just to show you, see here, active and standby. And here, what did it say? Member state has been changed due to higher priority on local member. Cluster member, okay. Making sure that member is recovered. Okay, nice. Cleaning up. Successful. Nice. Is this it? I think so. Yeah. So do we have anything more if we press here, details? Successful. Okay, let's see here. If we go into gateways and clusters and we check what settings we actually have. So cluster members. This is the prior one. That's correct. Where do you actually see that? Here. Yeah, so Checkpoint did do correct because we have switched to higher priority cluster member. So I'm just guessing or assuming if we would have maintained current active cluster member, it would not have done a failover. So this is something that you need to decide yourself if you want double failovers or if you only want one. The nice CP stat, so to say, it's showing these events and it's putting it in plain text so everyone can understand. So that's wonderful. So that's it for this video. We have done an upgrade with the recommended Jumbo hotfixes to the new 2-disk cluster. And as far as I can see, it worked flawlessly. So we have 0 loss. And I did start this ping like after all the downloads and so on was made, because I think that my virtual machine couldn't really handle it to download that much files, same as it doing everything else. So thank you for watching. I hope you did like this video. Please consider to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done it. And I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.